Good evening. This is the City of Twinsburg Planning Commission meeting for Monday, January 27, 2025. Roll call, please.
Mr. Shipley? Mr. Walker?
Present, ma'am.
Mr. Hogler?
Here.
Mr. Cohen?
Present.
Mr. Shebeck?
Present.
We can please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We begin this evening with our work session. The first item on the agenda is the rezoning request for the southwest corner of East Aurora Road and Chamberlain Road. The applicant could please come forward, name and address, and an overview of your request for this evening.
Good evening, Rob Benjamin with Heritage Development, 38270 McDowell Drive, Solon, 44139. I appreciate you guys being here. This is a request again to rezone our land at the southwest corner of East Aurora Road and Chamberlain. It's currently zoned commercial. We would like to go to residential. We were on the ballot last election, and we won the city vote and lost the ward vote by 13 votes. So we would like to give it another try. We really do believe that the land there is very suitable for the product that we want to build, which is a cluster home, still single-family lots, but more of a first-floor master. That I think a transitional type of use, transitional type of home that some of the residents from Twinsburg that want to stay in Twinsburg, maybe they're selling a bigger home, would like, more tailored towards the empty nester community. And we still think it would be a very good use there. We've had this land zone for commercial, I think, since back when Kathy Prokop was the mayor. And we developed Whispering Woods across the street. We've developed some other projects in the area, as well as developing projects in the surrounding areas like Aurora. We're currently developing the old Kent State Golf Course in Kent, not what's the course they play at now, but it's at Powder Mill in 59. It was an original golf course that we're doing 85 lots there right now, so that's under construction. So we would appreciate the recommendation to council for approval to go back on the ballot in May, and I'm here to answer any questions.
Thank you. As you stated, you've been before us twice for this request, and while I would say that it hasn't always been an overwhelming recommendation for the rezoning request, there was always support that the community, the residents get their opportunity to voice their opinion by voting on this. From my understanding, there really is no difference in what you're asking for this time than what you've asked for in the past. And you understand that, A, we're a recommending body for this one. We don't vote for yes or no, and we're also not making a recommendation of the submitted site plan or product. That's only there, I know, for reference for us to use, but should this get put on the ballot and get approved, still the whole planning process
Correct.
that has to happen.
Yes.
That all being said, Steve, any comments or questions on this?
No, it looks like pretty much the same thing. I was surprised that the ward didn't pass it because it's not very impactful to the ward. But I think people are a little nervous. There was the levy issue on for the school, and I think they're worried about the growth in Twinsburg. But I don't think this type of deal is going to bring growth. I think you're right. It's going to be people downsizing and looking to get out of a bigger home into a smaller situation. So I'm good.
All right. Ed?
No.
Michael?
Nothing else, sir.
Scott?
Nothing additional from the city.
Lynn, anything else to share
Just
on this?
for the record, in addition to this, no action being taken on a site plan per se this evening, the submission included a study done previously
Yes.
in support of the rezoning, and some of the items in that report are out of date. Just for the record, the I think it indicates that there's a vacant site on Chamberlain at Cornerstone.
Okay.
There's a required open space as part of our new code that may be slightly different from what it was previously, and just other nuances with the district that may be slightly different. And,
I mean, if I can interrupt, basically, the report that was submitted is what was submitted last time. and-
Yeah, I mean, I can update
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, the code's
Yeah.
changed, and the
Yeah, we can do
references
that.
are different, and to be honest with you, the copies, lots of the pages were hard to read, things didn't follow through, so, but it didn't make a difference because it was quoting old sections, things of the code that were no longer.
Yeah.
exactly.
I
I'm
mean,
just.
we can
yeah.
update that for, if you want to do it before, well, council's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, so-
Yeah. That'd be hard to do, but
Right.
I
Well,
certainly can.
But I think it'll be important to do it, because anybody who wants to come in and request it to look at the information, who are trying to educate
Yeah.
themselves, surely should have the right thing, or else they're gonna,
Yeah, I mean, I can amend it with you, and however, you know, if people want to see it, I'm happy to. I
Right,
can
even
certainly-
between now and the ballot.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, we'll do it right away. So congratulations on all the zoning.
Thank you.
Passing.
I was surprised.
Yeah. I thought it was good.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump in
Nope, that was
on
it. That's sort of where I was going.
Yeah,
That
okay.
the study supporting the request, just
And the ballot, this would be a May ballot issue.
correct.
If there's nothing else that is on the ballot, is the applicant pay for the election? And if there are other things, then they don't?
I believe so, that if there's nothing else on the ballot, then the full cost of the ballot would be with that app.
Levy's going back on the
I was
ballot.
just saying, I think you're going to have the
Board
schools.
already authorized it. They're taking shot number 2.
Yeah, I saw some literature on that. I didn't know if that was happening in May.
It's happening. At least they voted on it on Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
I don't.
Monday
recall what we paid
morning,
I mean, I don't.
Oh, that was the
What's that?
special, that was the special meeting that they had. Yeah,
Did we
okay.
pay anything for the last?
You probably didn't, because
I don't remember anything.
there were other items on the ballot.
Well, just let me know.
Well, maybe a moot point, because if the
Schools
city
are on.
school board's going on, then there's
Yeah.
I don't know how that works, but
Yeah.
that was just a question, so. All right, well, if you don't go too far, Mr. Benjamin, we're going to get into the regular meeting agenda here
Run
and
to it.
go
No.
through everything else. The first item on the regular meeting agenda is the approval of the December 16th, 2024 minutes. Are there any comments or corrections regarding those minutes?
Accept them.
Seeing none, we'll accept them as submitted. Thank you, Michael. Second item, public participation, opportunity for members of the community to speak before Planning Commission. Seeing no one, we'll go to the third item on the agenda, which is the rezoning request. Mr. Benjamin, come back up. Told you not to go way too far.
Say my name again?
Anything else that you'd like to share?
No, I just appreciate you, moving this forward if you do, and we did do a lot of marketing for the last campaign, and I thought it was some good, but I think we'll spend a little bit more time with the residents, one-on-one, or at least have some meetings at the library, things like that, open forum, just to kind of talk through the site plan, talk through the product, and certainly open up, anybody's welcome to call me directly to discuss it, any of the residents, so happy to talk about it.
Thank you. Steve, anything else?
No.
Ed?
No, sir.
Michael?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Scott?
Nothing additional, thank you.
I'd like to make the following motion. Upon reliance upon representations made by the applicant for the rezoning request and application for permanent parcel number 64-00589, dated December 11th, 2024, I move that Planning Commission recommend rezoning of said property from C2 Community Commercial Zone to R5 Single Unit Open Space Cluster Zone.
Second.
Second by Steve. Discussion? Again, as previously stated, it's, as we giving the opportunity to the community to voice their opinion by voting as we have to on a rezoning request. Roll call?
Mr. Cohen,
Yes?
Mr. Shebeck,
Yes.
Mr. Walker,
Yes.
Mr. Hogler.
Yes.
4-0 recommendation to council.
Thank
Good luck,
you.
Mr. Benjamin, moving forward.
Appreciate it. Appreciate your help.
Have a good evening.
Okay, you too.
Take care.
I don't know if you can stick around, if you have to, we're going to only be a few more minutes. I wanted to mention something to you after the meeting. Communications and miscellaneous, anything, Scott,
Nothing at this time.
Ed,
No, sir.
Steve?
Yeah, I think this levy that's going back on the ballot is a reduced levy with a different, I guess, target area.
Yeah,
That is going to, it's going to be very challenging.
yes, it is.
If,
Are they changing the location of where they're
Yes,
planning
they
on
are.
building
It's
the
off of
school?
Chamberlain. It's
yeah, it's
across
back-
from Lake Plata.
It's the surplus property from Mortis Park. So it's landlocked, and they need access.
I saw they knocked $10 million off the bond, but it's still 36 years. It's a lot of money.
Is it behind the school board property? Is it that
No,
wood?
it's further down, well, it's further west from the school board properties.
So the access would have to come off of Chamberlain Trail right now. They're looking at property that's currently owned by the city.
Across from my neighborhood, basically, in
Yes.
Lake Plata? Okay.
Yeah, you know where Chamberlain Trail is, right
Yep.
before the overpass.
Used to run that, yeah.
And then there is access possible off of Ravenna, provided they could work something out with the church. That's kind of over by where, across from Dodge there. You know, if you go over that church that backs up there next to the city property.
So where the Indian grocery store is, and then there's a church.
Best stop, yeah, thank you, yeah, that's,
Yeah. When we're done, I'm gonna go point on the map and say, is it there? And y'all say it's right. I know where Chamberlain Trail is.
yeah, I'll show you right where it is.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing has been agreed upon, I mean, just, I don't want to speak out of turn, but, I mean, appraisals haven't been done.
Yeah.
There has been some very preliminary talks at the city level. I can only speak for myself that there is resistance as a council person to what that deal may look like. So I understand that they are moving forward with a ballot issue. They don't really have any property, they don't own any property
Right.
currently to put a school on. So they're very concerned about some OCFC, is that the right?
I don't know what the
OFCC.
acronym-
Ohio Facilities
That-
Commission.
There it
So
is,
They were,
money or
they were
something.
saying that OFCC will not let their contract run past May. So that's the impetus for the May ballot.
Right, but they
O-
don't actually
OFCC.
have property to build on.
Correct.
I mean, I
And just saying, as the newest member of the Lake Plata and Shepherds Preserve Homeowners Association, newest trustee, I imagine that our residents are going to want to know what's going on too.
and I will state this on the record.
Yeah.
I am very happy to answer anyone's questions here off the record at the conclusion of this meeting.
Right. Well said.
Yes. No, I just told you,
Thank you, Mr. Shebeck, though, for bringing that up. It's excellent.
no, I just think that they're, and I know they got timelines or whatever, but what they're proposing is going to be it's going to be a logistical challenge.
Listen, I thought it was interesting in the first go-around that they never came before Planning Commission to represent some preliminary concepts of what they were doing to see if there would even be support. Maybe because it was all on their own property, they figured it was just a matter of just going through the motions. But on something like this, you would think they'd look to see if there was support from the planning aspect, and I'm assuming they haven't presented anything.
That round, they did present to me, and I was able to say, in a very general way, Planning Commission would not likely support this, Planning Commission will ask for this, Planning Commission will be reviewing for this, And I was able to make those kind of comments.
I mean, it's so far away, but
Right.
Question, do we have any authority? Would it just be like a courtesy recommendation or courtesy input for them to come to us if schools come to planning commission and pass?
Well, eventually they're going to have to.
yeah, they would have to come in for any development that they do,
Ingress
even
and
if it's on-
egress and
Even if it's on school
It's
grounds?
not
all
city
applies.
property. I mean, school, it's not city property, it's school property, so they're, yeah.
Okay,
Just like they have to go to architecture review board, and
okay, so that's what I was thinking.
they're still got to go through that process.
Something to consider, that's all.
Nope, good, I'm glad you kind of.
Yeah, thank you.
Why do you endorse most of those board members? You should talk to them about doing that. Those are your people.
Michael, anything?
Nothing further.
Lynn, what do we see, anything on the agenda coming in February?
I'm not sure. I think, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow's our deadline, so I'll shoot you guys an email tomorrow.
Fair enough.
Oh, yeah, the 18th, 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, right,
right.
because the other one comes up fast.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, nothing else.
Need a motion to excuse Craig from this.
So moved.
Moved by Michael, second. Second. By Steve. Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Walker,
Yes.
Mr. Shebeck,
Yes.
Mr. Hogler,
Yes.
Mr. Cohen.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. Adjourned 6:46.